Okay, so I think I'm going to repot. It's been on my mind. I actually even had a dream about it. I'm going to repot this beautiful gloriosum that I love so much because I put it in this rectangular planter, but instead of growing this way, now it's growing this way, and it's like stretching out the planter, and now it doesn't have room to go next. I don't know. We will try it and see. I may regret it. I may regret if I don't do it. So I think I'm gonna put it in this. I don't know, this looks a little bit big. Okay, I'm just gonna try it because you know what else can we do besides try things and find out. And I decided I'm going to sit at a table to repot things today instead of sitting on the floor because I don't know, it smells bad on the ground. Yeah, maybe we need to power wash the concrete or something, but also we should save water because we're in a drought, so I should focus our water usage on living things like the plants. Oh, it's windy right now. Okay, yeah. Okay, so my big soil thing is on the ground. That's why I usually just sit on the ground to work. And also, I don't know, I just feel comfortable, more comfortable sitting on the ground and working. Okay. So I'm not even working at the table after all. Okay. Let's look at how this is gonna go in here. Definitely need more soil on the bottom, but I just wanted to make sure it would fit in this planter. Did anybody go to the International Aroid Show in Miami? I just heard about it this year because I wasn't really like in the know about plants. Like for several years I just collected plants from like big box stores, and I wasn't in like all the Facebook groups or following plant people on YouTube and Instagram yet until like the last year or this year. Yeah, earlier this year. So I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. Actually, no, I didn't know anything about it. But I was like, oh man, that must be so cool because it's international. So people are coming from all over the world, right? But so it was last weekend, September 16 and 17 in Miami, Florida. So then I went to YouTube. At first I was like, okay, like let's totally go next year, right? But then I went on YouTube and watched videos from last year, or watched one video. Like I just started watching it and I was like, oh my gosh, this whole thing is outside though, like in September in Florida, which is really hot like it is in Texas. And now I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that and be outside the whole time because I'm an air conditioning princess. Like, even though I love plants, I don't like getting hot. And also I get migraines. Like, legit, I have to avoid doing too much outside or just doing too much in general because I could get sick and like be like in so much pain for 4 days. Okay, I think this looks good. So now it's got room to grow, I guess, around this way since it didn't want to go straight. But watch it like decide to turn after I've put it in this pot. I don't know, they just do what they want. Okay, so that's one thing done. And it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Like, I really love gloriosum. And I wouldn't mind having more. Like, I guess I could get other varieties, or just, I really don't need more. I follow this Instagrammer called Boomerang, and she just has like I guess a small collection of just all like really gorgeous plants instead of, you know, hundreds, which is, I have a lot right now. I have over 100 for sure. I'd have to count to see how many it is total. Okay, so I need like another big pot if I'm gonna combine these two. Because might as well. Although one, what was with this other one? I forget. Oh, this one was on a moss pole, and then I decided I didn't want to do moss poles anymore, so I'm just gonna put them together. Okay, so yeah. I asked Daisy if she wanted to go to that international airage show in Miami next year, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, do you know me? I was like, okay, yeah, I figured. Let me go get another pot for these. I think I know the one. Okay, I just came back out with that pot, and I realized that there is a really cool, okay, looking beetle under my chair. It looks unreal. It's so pretty. I'm kind of scared to touch it because what if it's still alive? But let me try to turn it over. Okay, it didn't move at all. So I think it is unalive, but like, or deceased, I don't know. It is so cool. Like, I feel like the camera doesn't really even show how pretty it is. I'm gonna have to look up and see what this is called. The underside actually looks even cooler. Like, look, okay, look how shimmery and shiny it is. It looks like something, like a charm for a necklace, which obviously I wouldn't do that. Okay, so I have this little jar. I put it in here for now so I can show it to the kids when they get home from school. Okay, back to work. By the way, this is my carry eye, or it was my carry eye. I don't know, I think it might be dead. Like, it was doing so well for a while, and then it got too much water and too much sun maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, working on a table is so hard for me to just be sitting at a table working, as opposed to sitting on the ground or sitting on the floor. I don't see anything green in here. Yeah, it's dead. Okay, well, you win some, you lose some. Okay, back to combining my Monstera Perus, which then it will count as only having one plant. Okay, so what was I talking about before? Oh yeah, okay, so IAS, Daisy was like, no, that's too far, which like would be fun just as a trip, except that, oh, it's outside. But also, I talked to someone who went, Coco Palm Trees on Instagram, and she said that plant prices are better in Houston. Which, I mean, it would still be fun to go and see different things, except for like the everything being outside part, because it's Florida. Like, what if it's 100 degrees, which it probably was. Okay, but so then next month in October, there's a Texas Aroid show in Dallas, which I would love to go to, but I can't because it's Petal's birthday. Daisy didn't really want to go to that either because, you know, we'd have to drive, and it's kind of a drive. It's still like 4 hours from Houston. And then we'd have to get a hotel. So then, I mean, I still asked anyway if she wanted to go. I don't think this route is even, I don't know if this route's even doing anything, but okay. So then I asked Daisy if she wanted to go to the Canopy open house, which is, why is there zip ties here? Okay, I don't remember. Or maybe, I don't know. Okay, Canopy open house in November. That's in New Orleans, which is like 6 hours from Houston. And she's like, no, that's too far, which it is really far to drive. And of course we'd have to spend the night because the night before, because it's so far. And so then I was like, okay, do you want to go to a market this weekend that's an hour away? And she was like, yes, because compared to the other things that I asked, you know, 1 hour hardly seems like anything now. Whereas usually she thinks places that are like 40 minutes away are too far. So, yep, we're gonna go to a plant market this weekend. Hopefully I'll get to meet my Instagram friend Liz for the first time, that I've been talking to this summer. Like, I don't know when. I started following her page, and, coincidentally, she ended up moving from out of state, just right here. Hey, what's up? I knew it.
It was buried under the
I
laundry.
knew it. I knew I just bought some. Okay, anyway, that was Tim, because this morning he was like, we're out of laundry detergent, and I could have sworn I had just bought some. And yeah, he found it. It was under a big pile of dirty laundry. So combining plants like this, it only counts as one plant now because it's only one thing to take care of. And I decided I'm just gonna let this vine, and the plants that like don't have to, look at this big beautiful leaf though. Be on a moss pole. I'm not going to because I don't know right now. I'm just not in the mood. There we go.